Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Yes!
Alrighty, here we go again.
Perhaps this is simple for the palace, but it's still one of the richest meals I've ever seen, except in my dreams, and also just for me.
And what I hope
Asra's
my memories
expenses have basically gone through the roof because I don't care and I deserve the best.
And Asra
But also, I bring in a lot, so, you know. It's a lot of work to look this good, thank you.
Also, I have improved your business practices so hard, made us so much more efficient with customers, made us more accessible, changed our sign so people could see it better down in that dank alley. You're in a dank alley,
Gross,
Asra.
dank alleys.
Alright.
The walls and the ceiling shimmer gold in the light of the candles.
Oh, whoosh.
As I take in the room, my eyes land on a massive painting along the wall.
It's really
How
huge.
fascinating. Figures with the heads of beasts sit over a meal. The table is laden with small animals, it's kind of gross, and provided by a central character with the head of a goat. Rays of gold glitter around its head, like I can't see it on the image, and its red eyes are strikingly lifelike.
I keep wanting to say presided over by rather than provided by.
Yeah, right?
Because it's very hard to tell for me in the text of the painting that they're provided by this goat rather than presented by him.
Yeah.
So he's sort of presiding over it. Also, I love that this cow over here, it has a little nose ring.
It's still cute. They both actually have nose rings.
Well, that one's got your more traditional cow nose ring, bull nose ring, but this one has a little nose piercing. Sorry, there we are.
Well, this is one of those things too where, at least for me, when we initially played this, we went instantly going these are actual people.
And
these are physical animals.
That these are characters in the Arcana.
This is Lucio. Spoilers. This is Lucio's interpretation of the anthrosonas of the bros.
Everyone in the court.
Of everybody in the court that he feels is important to him.
I still am is Nadia the white bird just holding her hands going, ooh, you provide for me?
I imagine.
Do you know what kind of an offense it would be to her if every time she looks up at this painting, it's this is his personal fan interpretation of everybody's personas and of her and how they all feel about him and him going, yes, my life, I commissioned this and this is perfect. And she's going, that's our marriage.
Right?
That's literally our marriage.
That's to you what our marriage is.
Me just looking at you, the great provider.
Oh my God.
I will coo at you, it's fine. Lifelike. I see you've noticed the painting. Just, the painting.
I'm so tired. I will fall asleep here because I hate it so much.
I won't take it down because it's made by a known local master who is famous throughout many cities and he was paid very well for it. However, it's horrible.
Oh God, I hate it.
I don't want to destroy their beautiful work.
Yes.
But I hate
God, I love the fact that they actually did try to do paint lines on it.
Oh yeah, no, this is a different style, and I enjoy that they did. This is a painting that's not in, the experience.
Right.
I'm also you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people around him. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7. There is 7.
I see 7. Oh, 8. This is a horse heads thing too.
Oh, dang, I forgot.
So that's got to be the horse head one. Whoops. I just missed a line.
Shit.
Well, anyway, I tried to point it out. I assume that's Velmar.
We should.
So I'd like to try and place them all eventually. That would be cool. Dreadfully ostentatious, is it not? I really should have it taken down.
I mean, it doesn't seem to fit with your fashion, dear. You get rid of it.
You are correct, but I just feel rude in the absence of my appropriately dead husband. My poor deceased husband,
He's dead. You are not.
You know what? It doesn't bring me joy. I'll move it.
Time to remove it.
But then, I suppose, it was one of my late husband's favorites, and he and we never shared a lot of things as far as taste are concerned.
Disappointingly.
That figure in the center, I believe, though I never asked him because it was too gaudy for me to care, was meant to be Lucio, graciously providing a bounty for the people. I won't mention that I am also meant to be there. It's kind of disgusting, in my opinion.
And frustrating. Thanks.
Irritating.
I hate it.
It reigns over me in discomfort.
The late Count Lucio, he's the reason why I'm here.
You are correct.
I'm going to replace him.
Oh.
As the thought crosses my mind, the goat figure before me becomes somehow familiar? I guess? It's still pretty ugly, but it's okay.
Maybe I've seen one like that in the market before.
It's got great, eye makeup, but just the rest of it's it's a goat.
I just think, maybe I've seen one like that in the market before. Perhaps discounted or owned by a performer.
Right, well, I only wear the skins of animals that I can take down, which is why I only wear faux.
Which is why I wear pleather at all times. And can kill myself.
Aha! Suddenly, its eyes are so vivid that I can almost feel them returning my gaze.
Oh, that's one of those tricks
Oh,
of
boy.
painting. It is painted by a
Is it?
master, is it not?
Oh, how
Good job,
delightful.
then.
I...
Oh, that's new,
Do-
I think.
Do you like it? Such a beautiful red.
He's like, my eyes are amazing.
Ah,
I am
baby.
fabulous.
I jolt upright in my seat because, wow, presumptuous. I
Aye.
don't do any of the sort, actually. And my spoon clatters out of my hand is more like what happens is I just kind of sit there and my spoon sort of falls out of my hand.
As I stare
It's
at you,
a little
going,
weird.
what?
What?
And I realize I've lost my grip. Shit.
Oh,
Nadia, are you all right?
aye.
Corazón, is something amiss? The food not to your liking, perhaps? Do you have allergies that I am unaware of?
Oh,
I
would never be
considerate.
weighed down by such allergies.
I
Thank you. It's very polite of you, but no, I'm fine.
Oh.
Thank you.
It occurred to me that maybe I should not have assumed you were completely abled in all ways, and I did not investigate before I made a bunch of decisions on your
Oh,
behalf.
I'm fine.
Excellent. Well, then we're on the same page. Good.
Now just burn it. The whispery voice fades, but I can still feel those painted eyes watching me. I
Yeah.
know you're really jealous, but it's okay.
You're super jelly, but that's appropriate.
It's
I'm
all right.
amazing.
I'm going to bone your wife.
I...
It's nothing. That painting's creepy. Honestly, like, if I don't like it and it's tasteless and that's the only way of being like,
Well, that's the only way to go. It's really tacky. You just say it's creepy.
it's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. That painting's creepy.
Yep. ahead.
Just so you know.
Just so you know, it
For
really is.
me. To my surprise, the Countess laughs.
Oh, my. Such refreshing honesty.
Oh, thank
I
God. I don't
love it.
like the fact that we have all been given personas by my late, slightly maniacal husband.
I
At all. Like
am
what?
charmed over and over again how much we seem to be, in tune, you might say.
Oh,
It is a great relief, a lightening to my heart, an inspiration in my soul.
not many people would recognize greatness, but you, dear, you have the makings of it in you too. So that's maybe why you recognize it. You see a mirror.
Ooh.
Woo!
I found myself thinking the exact same thing. The figures are so lifelike as to be unsettling. Again, I do not wish to discredit a master's work, but I do not like the outcome despite the skill which rendered it.
So I actually liked the notation that they had of some other cultures where they were like, why are the ancient Egyptians, they're so bad at art? And it was like, no, that was actually a choice. They could have chosen to do more realistic art, and I think they've actually said that they have found examples of
Yes.
such a thing, but it was really just like, what they wanted to do was a stylization. Realistic art is not the only type of good art or the only art ever.
Additionally, if it's a popular type of art, like, oh, it looks like Disney, oh, it looks like anime, then people try and copy it because that's what the masters are doing.
Yes!
And so you get a lot of it all looking the same. Additionally, if someone somewhere goes, you know what, if our art looked like our hieroglyphs, it looks super aesthetic on these walls.
Oh, yeah.
People are like, oh, yes, I love it.
It's also one of those things where you're just like, maybe you just did it to be a little bit more simplistic.
Or-
because sometimes carving in that amount of detail takes a lot more time than what they ended up with.
Or
But-
also, it could be a style, again, assuming, like, they had amazing architectural skills.
Right.
They built the pyramids, they built palaces, they built kingdoms, kind of thing. What if they're going, the type of stone we have, if you put incredible detail in it, crumbles.
Right?
And or wears off the face of things
comes off
easily.
too quickly, yeah.
So we have carved it in such a way that will maintain longer and also holds the colors we want better.
Which...
As if everyone was smart and knew what they were doing. Who knows?
well, it's like they were people and they experimented things. That's fine.
As to be unsettling. At times, I fancy the eyes are following me around the room in that way that one gets with those camp paintings in the cute little traveling trick shows.
Oh, I know. It's like that Disney ride where the eyes...
Ah,
I actually really liked where somebody broke down actually how those work, which I thought was super
how the 3D
cool.
eyes work
Yeah.
in paintings where it looks like they're following you across the room.
And it's like
very
a series
cool.
of mirrors, which I thought was super neat.
Uh-huh.
It's like really basic, simplistic things. You're like, no, it's 3D. You're like, no, it's...
They make it look 3D by having a hollow reflector in there.
Yes, which is super
And
cool.
it's super cool.
And it is an absolute like skill in optical illusion. It's great.
It's super fun. And her just going, it feels like a fun house painting.
Ew.
For the fake magicians peddle like real magic. Not you recognize it immediately.
Oh, excellent.
I am
Perfect.
every minute more and more fond of you.
Ah.
Ha!
She sits in her seat, deliberately turning her back on the strange painting.
Aye, and the weird giant claw hands. 'Cause
I know,
goats
they're
have huge claws,
I
don't
think
you
that's
know?
part of the reason of why they're supposed to be more unnerving. It really is more that, which I think is very interesting, because some cultures really were like, you have the head of an animal on the body of a person. That was a fairly common thing. So,
I'd seen it in a lot of places, yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I don't think it's actually as uncommon as people think. And it could be, again, just the context of the painting, which we still don't know entirely what it is.
Yes.
Because again, it's like, it could be the dove really is Nadia, and Nadia could be grossed out, or creeped out, because it's like, that's me, and that's what you think of me?
Yeah.
Holy crap, you are trash.
Or she's the cow, because there's green.
Right?
Who knows?
Honestly, yes. The feeling of being watched slowly fades, and Portia bustles back to the table with 2 steaming bowls of soup.
I freeze with my appetizer going, ooh, something
Hi.
else.
Ooh,
Haha.
perfect. I love more.
Thank you, Portia. And a bottle of the Golden Goose should round out the meal. I think our guest would appreciate its fine, subtle distinctions.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, my lady.
Hi, this is a little intense. Whoa.
Woo, hi, so much pretty. Portia busies herself with the wine glasses and bottles, throwing the occasional curious look. Glance at me.
This entire wine cart her digging through. Where's the Golden Goose? Shit! Did
I have
bring
so
that one out?
many.
We brought out so many just to make sure there was something to Corazon's liking. And is a Golden Goose in here? Shit! I might have to run back to the pantry.
Wow,
Oh,
how did I
God.
forget that?
Hi.
But Nadia doesn't seem to mind her presence.
It's fine. She
The
sees
moment
everything.
our glasses are filled, Nadia lifts hers to me in a toast.
Oh,
God, I am
Corazon.
among culture. I tell you.
I'm finally where I belong.
I'm with my people.
My
Astra,
people.
oh my God, it's not as expensive anymore.
Oh my God, you don't demand so many things anymore. I appreciate that you brought so much more money in, but I'm just not into the level of opulence you are at all. Is this due to the memory loss, or is this something that I just didn't notice before? Holy crap!
I'm sorry, what did
Hi.
you say?
Corazon, I must thank you once more for coming to the palace. The presence of a capable magician is a great comfort to me.
Honey, if you come over here and you sit on my lap, I'll show you how comfortable you can become.
I will show you some real comfort. It is my hope in the coming weeks that you and I shall be close partners in many things.
Perfect.
And of course, I shall compensate you handsomely for investigating my husband's murder. I shall lavish every good thing upon you. I shall decorate you accordingly. I shall give you whatever you require.
Tell me more.
And
Tell me
you
more about
desire.
myself. I love it.
It will be great.
Yes.
Yes. I love her going from concern of, is it okay to be so brazen as to say we are going to be very close partners? And then suddenly going, I will compensate you handsomely. I'm super
Just you know,
comfortable with this.
I'm completely professional. I'm the most professional. This is not me
I'm
going,
just actually being a little pensive about how into you I am, honestly, and how much you're just exactly
wild.
what I needed at this moment. That is the snack I was looking for.
the snack.
I'd had this
It bites
craving
back.
for so long, and it just kept feeling unfulfilled, and that's what I want. I see it.
Of course.
Now, to the matters at hand. Much as I would love to simply dine, our work is just beginning.
Oh,
I love the idea that you're going to work together. I don't feel like that was in there before. I'm not sure, but it feels more like this is we are going to do this together rather than you are going to do this.
Right.
And again, I don't know that that's a change, but I didn't pick that up before. I felt like it was very much, here's what you're going to be doing.
We had a lot of things I think that we were trying to keep track of, and there was a lot there. It's possible it was there, but it's like these changes, and also this could be just in the moment. Sometimes those things happen. We are literally playing this pretty much all at once, guys. We've already spent over 4 hours on
we
this,
did all
basically.
of this in one day, so we could post it all in one day for you.
So this is a little bit intense, and this is a lot more running together compared to sometimes where it's like before, where we really were just like, here's one day we're doing a few, here's another day.
And you
we're
have
doing
more
a few.
time to mull over them and think about them between things.
And
or when
sometimes
you're,
also
posting
lose
them.
details, yeah.
That too. All right. I have a lead for you to set you on your way in this investigation.
Perfect.
Is investigation a word that can be used as innuendo? Because I might do it.
I might investigate harder. She takes a long sip of wine, regarding me over the rim of her glass.
Dr. Julian Dvorak. He was Count Lucio's personal physician. You've probably seen his face, his visage plastered about town. He's been wanted for some time. But most people don't connect him to the Count, only that he's wanted.
That's it.
He was apprehended the very evening of Lucio's murder. He even confessed to the crime.
Aye.
All right. But before he could be sentenced, he escaped. He has evaded capture for 3 years now. I kept thinking I would find him on my own. I kept thinking the resources of my palace and my guard would acquire him, that some lead, some rumor, something would track him down. Even my ships set upon the sea would acquire his trail as he fled Vesuvia, but I have nothing, so I come to you.
Whoa. Oh, whoa. I sit very still. Suddenly, very warm and very comfortable, and I feel fantastic. I am not cold.
I am not cold. No, thank you. I'm not chilled by this information.
The corner of my eye, I see Portia freeze.
She is chilled.
Right. I guess I totally forgot that Julian Dvorak came into my shop.
Oh, that was his name, wasn't it? Julian, that was the man in my shop, wasn't it?
Oh, dang.
Maybe his last name was not Dvorak, I do not know.
I do not know. But it was the dude on the shop, like the posters?
On the poster, maybe
So I guess if I have to think about it, and they weren't very good posters, honestly.
I can maybe put it together.
I could kind of see it.
See it possibly.
It's possible. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Portia freeze. A fragile tray of desserts trembles in her hands.
Is the tray fragile, or are the desserts fragile?
She didn't drop the tray this time.
That's
Remember
good.
how she dropped it last time?
I think so, yeah.
I think I remember she dropped it this time.
That's great. I love her being more competent. Honestly, again, I love everyone being more competent. If you're going to have people be clumsy, it is in my interest for them to be clumsy in fields that they're not as dedicated to. Sort of like I talked about Muriel a couple episodes ago, of going, the thing that is the function of his interaction with other people, he should know how to use very well.
Yes.
He might not be skilled at conversation, he might not be skilled with his, wardrobe, whatever it is, but the stuff he cares about and that's for him in his life, he should be really good at.
Yes.
In the same way that Nadia should be very skilled in her art of being the countess.
Right.
Like, that should be what she's good at, where her strengths are. She might not be strong at emotional interaction. She might not be strong at being vulnerable. She might not be strong at any number of other things, or even basic, more mundane tasks of going, I have no idea how sewing works. And it would be challenging for me, as I don't usually do fine work with my hands.
Right.
But going, the places that are her area of skill, and everyone's area of skill, such as Pasha carrying things and serving,
Right.
people should do way better in.
Yes.
Because you've accommodated for awkward situations in the entire time you've been in it.
Absolutely. Dr. Julian Dvorak. That was the name on the wanted posters. Oh, now I know exactly who broke into my shop.
I love that. It clicks.
Brilliant. Oh, well, is he guilty, or are there any other leads?
See, I think honestly, the question, is he guilty, seems ridiculous, because
We've already established that they believe that he's basically
that
guilty.
he has confessed, and 2, she believes he did it, because she said he was caught on the night of the crime, or we caught someone on the night of the crime.
There is a level of implication here.
That I think the appropriate question would be, are there any other leads?
Now, sometimes you must ask the obvious question, which is really, is he guilty? That is but that's also like an investigative skill, and that's also a thing that you learn in managerial stuff, of asking the obvious question. And sometimes you really, people go, well, no, and you're like, no, seriously.
Answer the question. And sometimes people go, well, it's obvious, and then when they think about it, they actually can't answer it.
And they go,
because it's so obvious, they also didn't think about it.
Yep.
So either one could work. Which one do you like? So are there any other leads? Could be more like, now if we approached Pasha with the, let's find out when you got here, let's try investigating this.
Right.
Then instead of
also then trying to find out basically more about our own past, if it's a weight that's sort of been in the back of our minds.
An awareness of us going, I wonder.
So are there any other leads? Connect me to more of the things that are going on, right?
I can
Are
see
there
that.
any other leads? I need to know. I try to keep my voice as neutral as possible, because otherwise I get a little bit excited.
I'm not
dang.
Because dang, and also I'm not trying to lead you straight into the bedroom, huh?
I might though. I would prefer a lead that doesn't involve the man who broke into my shop.
That's adorable. Hang on. Did we say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
That's too bad.
That's just her
that would
talking.
be amazing.
That would be a hilarious
Her
lead
going,
in one to the other.
Did he break? He what?
Yeah, no. Keep
That
going.
would be amazing. I would love that.
I was like, I didn't even know
Count-
where you got that for 2 seconds, and then I was like, oh, I guess you could kind of read one
Different
into
than the man who broke into my shop and going, did you say that out loud? Because that would be amazing.
Yep.
All right. Count Lucio had no shortage of enemies, but the doctor is still our strongest and only lead. We have come up with nothing else in 3 years of work and toil.
That doesn't seem accurate at all to what you just said. Count Lucio had no shortage of enemies, but the doctor is still our strongest and only lead? If he has a ton of other enemies and other people who don't, those are still options. Those are not off the table.
Going, I like the Poirot approach, honestly, of going, everyone is a suspect until it's been proven that they could not possibly do it.
Yes.
Even myself, the investigator. If you can't prove I'm innocent, I'm a possible suspect.
Yes.
And going, if he had many enemies, all of them should
Are
be possible
suspects, yeah.
suspects, unless somehow you've already eliminated all of them. And that's what you could be of going, he's the only lead, but instead of he's the only lead, but all of them have been cleared.
Yeah.
He had many enemies, but all of them have been cleared.
Somehow, magically. Well, you know what? We're going to lead right then into the next one. So
Yes!
thank you very much, guys, then for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We got some links in the description down below. We would very
betcha.
much appreciate it. And beyond that, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!